Let's talk about how my Full Sail journey has been so far. Let's get right into it. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the second video of the Henry Boat Vlogs channel. If you don't know me already, my name is Henry Boat. I have a other YouTube channel called Henry Boat. This is my second channel, Henry Boat Vlogs, where I'll be doing Full Sail content, other vlogs, and cooking videos, all this fun stuff that I got just for this channel. But if you haven't seen my other channel, link will be down in the description. Make sure you go check it out, hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications, and do the same for this channel as well. I just got back from my winter break. I just disconnected from most things and I needed a break. So we're back and ready to grind this new decade, and I decided to start off with a banger. I wanted to talk about what Full Sail University has really been like for me in the past 9 months. This is my 9-month recap or my Full Sail update, just to get the ball rolling on all the Full Sail content. So let's dive right in. So I started Full Sail back in March of 2019. I actually did my first 2 months online, which the reason I did that was because I needed to, do some time online and then move down to campus before I could actually, get all my living expenses handled and all that stuff. So that's the reason why I did 2 months online. And the first 2 classes I took was actually creative presentation and psychology of play. 2 classes that I really enjoyed. They were more of a, general ed classes. I guess they're not kind of general ed classes, they are general ed classes, but they were still really helpful for me. Like in creative presentation, I learned things like how to really present to people, which in turn helped me do better in front of the camera, just like how I'm talking to you guys here. And in psychology of play, I learned a lot about how, scheduling out time for yourself to just have fun and relax, and also have time to try new things, as well as have time to get your daily things done, really helps you become more efficient. And to any of you guys who come to this school or are already in this school and have had this course, you probably know what I'm talking about. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, well, if you do come to the school, you'll find out. It's a pretty helpful class, not gonna lie. So while working online, it wasn't too difficult doing those classes. All I really had to do was just make sure I was on top of the deadlines, always checking the school website, with the kind of portal that we have to do all the work, to make sure I was getting my stuff done before the due date, so I never had anything late or anything like that, and just making sure I was reading through the instructions thoroughly. So to any of you guys who are doing any classes online or about to start classes online, don't stress out about it. It's not too difficult. You should be able to really get it done. Teachers are pretty helpful here too, so it's pretty good. So fast forward after I did my 2 months online, it is now around April, right before Easter actually. On Easter Sunday, my brother and I packed a car and packed everything I could fit in my car and drove down here. The 14 hours from Ohio. It was quite a trek, but we made it and moved in and just set up my apartment, got everything settled, got my toll pass for my car. That's one thing for all you fellas out here. If you're moving down here, the one thing I really recommend to make things easier for you is to get an e-pass or sun pass. It's this, it's either a sticker you can put on the top of your car in the dash, or it's like you can get like a little transponder if you pay a little bit extra. I think it's like 10 bucks or something like that. But that's for like the physical one. You can just get a sticker to put up on your windshield. That's free. You just have to load money onto it, because if you don't know already, Florida has a butt ton of tolls, and they really be charging people out here, but we got to deal with it. So I get that, I load money onto it, and every time I'm driving on the highway, I just drive through. I don't have to stop to pay a toll on the highway. I go through the other side, I just drive straight through while going the same speed limit on the highway, and I make it through the tolls, and it just rings my account. So that's one thing I really recommend. Little pro tip for you guys coming down to Florida. Also about the airport, I actually recently just found this out when I was picking some people up from the airport. I can use my toll pass just to go into the garage parking at the airport, and I don't have to worry about having any money on me or cash on me. I just run through it and it scans my thing, and then boom, I'm in, I can park, and once I get out, it'll just charge me for how long I was in there, and then boom, it just pays on my account, charges my card. It's super simple. When I got down here, my brother was here for a few days to help me move in and get everything set up. We went to IKEA, got all these things, and set up my apartment. I did have somebody ask me about doing like an expenses video, like about furnishing my apartment, all this kind of stuff. So I can definitely do that. Talk about, how much money I came down here with just to furnish my apartment, because I did save up some money to come down here and furnish my apartment. I spent about I think $2,500 on everything. I don't remember exactly, but I can break it down in a video. So I'll definitely work on that for you guys. Let me know down in the comments below if you want to see a video like that. So once I got settled in, I started my first class on campus after orientation. This started in May 6th to be exact. I don't know why I remember the numbers and the days like that. I remember everything. So don't ask why, but it was on May 6th to be exact. I started my first class on campus. I was super excited. It was VEM. I think that's visual entertainment. It's like visual entertainment in the media industries or something like that. I'll correct it up here. I'll put what it is. I don't know. But that class, oh man, that class, it's either you love it or you hate it, because it's lots and lots of hours. I think I talked about this in one of my videos on my main channel, but this class was just like 8 hours, like 8-hour sessions. I was just going in the class and dang, it was just constantly working with my group. And like, I think I spent all week with these people. So to anyone who takes this class, you'll probably get pretty close with some people because you spend a lot of time with them. So just be prepared for that. But I really did enjoy it because during this class, it really simulates, like, you know, running a business with people and kind of having a budget for certain projects and doing things like that and working with groups. It was just, you know, it was good to start with. It was good to start with, and I really enjoyed that. So that one, I'd have to say, was really helpful. Moving forward to the end of VEM, during VEM I met some really cool people who were in a different degree program, media communications. I was in film at the time, and I was kind of debating between what I wanted to do, because from everything that I've heard and people were telling me about, I was asking a lot of questions. They were saying to me that the film program is more about being like, you know, an asset on a film crew, somebody who works on set to help as in a smaller portion of like a feature film. So like you could be a person who's a grip person or an electrical person or a light person, or even the camera operator or the director, things like that. I was just wondering, I didn't know if I wanted film, like if I wanted to work on movie sets. I didn't think that that was what I wanted to do. I really enjoy this social media, online content, short form content, you know, working with a small crew or even just yourself. And everyone was telling me, you know, media communications is that. That's what it is. Media communications is that. And I still didn't know. I was like, but film. It's still film, right? You know what I mean? Like, come on, it's film. But, you know, I made the switch. I decided to make the switch to media communications. And doing this I did it at the right time. So I really didn't, you know, it didn't affect my tuition. It actually brought it down because the media communications degree is and more inexpensive than the film degree. Because I did this early on in my journey here, it didn't affect me as hard as it does some people. Like there's some people that switch, you know, a year in and then they're just here even longer and so many different aspects. But when I switched, I had finished VEM and I had talked to the school and I was like, okay, I'm ready to switch. And so after that happened, they adjusted my schedule to, you know, account for the switch so I could start my new classes during the next semester, because that's when like the full degree switch happens, like in the system of the schools, like, you know, the school system, I guess. I don't know. So this was around, I was in English class around June, and that was an online class for me. I was at home. But once I decided to switch, they then put 2 more general ed classes in front of my English class. I was actually supposed to go into a film class directly after my English class. But because I decided to switch right before I started that film class, they then just tacked on art history and college mathematics right onto my schedule. So I went for like five general ed classes all in a row. So like I was just beat. I was like, bro, what is Full Sail? What is this? This is all I'm learning here is this basic math and stuff. But trust me guys, when you're doing your general eds, it will suck. It'll be like, what is this nonsense? Because art history, I'm not gonna lie, art history was pretty boring. Everyone agrees that art history is pretty boring. Math, if you like math, then you like math. If you don't, then you don't. So everybody knows how math is. So they tacked on these 2 classes onto my schedule, and then I took those classes, and after my math class was when I went into a true media communications class. And when that happened, my whole mood switched up. I really enjoyed it. To give you a little insight on what the media communications degree is, it's more versus film. Media communications is more the the broad spectrum of media content creation. So everything from logo makers to graphic designers to video editors to even music video shooters, like people that do things like that. It's just the shorter form content, smaller crew stuff, and I definitely think that was the right choice for me. So if any of you guys are kind of debating between media communications and film, I would say film is more people who want to be on like full scale feature film, like set, that kind of style things. You want to work with a big group of people. You have a little piece of this little puzzle and you help out for it. If you kind of want to take more responsibility, take more control of, you know, what kind of content you're creating and things like that, I would recommend media communications because I really enjoy it so far. It's definitely helping me with social media and even online businesses like e-commerce and stuff that I'm really interested in. Everything that I'm learning, I can tailor towards the stuff that I make online and the stuff that I make for myself. So like I said, once I got into my degree specific classes, my first class was Intro to Media Communications, which is really just getting me ready for the type of schedule and the type of routine that we're in this media communications degree. To give you a little example of how my schedule is in media communications, it's so far it's only been about 3 days a week for between like 2 to 4 hours per class each day, like that I go to class. And then Friday is this thing where they do like an integrated learning with like the whole degree program, and it's called Friday Blend. It's super cool. If you guys are in media communications or decide to join media communications, you'll find out what it is. It's pretty cool. But during this Intro to Media Communications class, I really enjoyed it. I could just tell that it was the class that I needed for that month because it was like learning more about, you know, what I can do with my skills in the media industry, what I can do around, you know, with this degree and things like that. So then the next month after my Intro to Media Communications class, I took this class called New Media Tools. I'm gonna start off, this class was amazing. The teacher for this class was super cool too. So this class is just a class that introduces you to tons of tools in the media industry. You get to work with a lot of the Adobe apps. We use like 6 or 7 Adobe apps. I was learning little techniques and little tricks to better my workflow and even speed up my editing and my photo editing skills. And I just was like, yo, this is exactly what I'm looking for. I'm trying to edit videos, I'm trying to edit photos, I'm trying to edit thumbnails, I'm trying to make logos. This is exactly what I love to do. And I was like, wow, I'm in my second class of this degree program and this is what I'm learning. Like, it was really helpful. So after that New Media Tools came another online class. If you take media communications, your aesthetics and theory of communications class will be online. At least for me so far, when this video is being recorded, it's online for most people. So I took it online, which means I had another month at home, which was great. Gives you time to work, gives you time to do whatever you need to do. During this aesthetics class, I learned how color theory affects how people make decisions and how you can just kind of from scratch decide how to pick colors for a specific brand and things like that. Fun fact, my channel banner, my channel artwork for Henry Boat, I did that for an assignment. That was an assignment that I used, and then once I finished the assignment, I was like, yo, I really like this. I'm gonna take this and kind of tweak it a little bit just to make it special for YouTube. And that's how I got the colors for my channel, the light green, the blue, and that like almost softish pink. After that aesthetics class, my last class that I just had, which was in the month of December, was Portfolio 1. And you have, I believe, 6 to 7 portfolio classes. And these classes are basically where, you know, it's a time to do something, you know, create something that you want to put on your portfolio, and the teachers really leave it up to you. Like my last month, it was student-led projects, and what happened in that was students had the opportunity to pitch a project to the class, and students could help you with your project, and you could help other students with their projects, and just kind of delegate your time throughout the month. And you would come to class, you could work on it, or you could leave class and go shoot outside of class if you needed to. During that whole month, you would just be working on what you wanted to work on, and then in the middle of the month, like 2 weeks, they would check up on you to see like how you're doing, what you're working on, and all that stuff. And then at the end, you had a presentation that you presented to the class of what you did this month. So that was my first one, and that was great because I made stuff, I made TikToks, I made YouTube videos, and that's still stuff that I'm doing. So that so far has been the class that I've taken. I just started my next month, which is digital video and audio production. And this class, I only had my first class like yesterday. So that's where I'm at right now. I don't really have much to say about that class because I haven't taken much of it, but so far it seems so good. So stay tuned for any updates on that. But as far as that goes, that has been my 9-month full sail recap, how the classes have helped me, how I've enjoyed them. I hope this helped you guys better understand kind of, what we do, what I do at Full Sail, what Full Sail is about, at least, the media communications degree. If you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to comment them down below. If there's certain questions, I may be able to just answer them right in the comment section below. If it's a good enough question, I could possibly even make a full video about it. Or if I get enough questions, I can just, compile them all together and make a Q&A video. Whichever one works. I may do a few of them. I don't know. So just comment down your questions below and I will just answer them for you guys. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. If you didn't, comment down below, tell me why you didn't enjoy the video. And also, don't forget to stay classy. Peace out. I don't know if I'm gonna say that for this channel. Maybe I need new outros and intros for this channel, but for now, we're gonna use the old stuff that we use on Henry Boat. So, efficiency. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Peace out.